Ultimate Slayer is a very interesting card. At first, we all thought it would be like a tier 0 broken board breaker because it breaks boards and it can't be negated by monster effects. And by sending monsters from your extra deck to the graveyard, you can also generate quite a lot of advantage. But it turned out this card had a lot of pretty annoying limitations. You basically have to dedicate a lot of cards to this card in your extra deck, and even side deck sometimes, which is very similar to Ghost Reaper and Super Poly. And this card can still be negated by spells and traps, although it's not really that relevant because at least you're still dumping a card from your extra deck to the graveyard as a cost. The main issue that this card was suffering from the past couple of months is that it was completely useless against Kashtira because you have to send to the graveyard as cost, and the Rise Art prevents that. So in other words, it sucked against Kashtira, which was the best deck of the format. Which explains why nobody was playing this card. But now things are changing. If you are willing to play a couple of cards in your extra deck to make this card work, this card could definitely be really good this format. If you want to take care of Xyz monsters, Mirrorlogic Aggregator is your best target. You can use this card against DDD Wave High King Caesar against the Unchained deck and also negate the Unchained Soul of Rage. This is a really high quality 2-in-1 package deal because you get to bounce back the Caesar and they don't even get the search for the Dark Contract. And you also negate Unchained Soul of Rage, which kind of forces them to use their trap card on themselves in order to use Yama to revive it back to unnegate it. But if you can deal with that, then you're definitely fine. And again, it's not once per turn, so if you draw 2 copies of this card, you're definitely chilling. If you need to get rid of a Link monster, your best option is typically the Evil Twin Link 4. You could use its graveyard effect to get rid of the main deck Evil Twin monster either from your hand or deck or whatever field to the graveyard in order to send another card on the field to the grave. The one drawback is that you do have to play the Brick Evil Twin monster in order to make this work. The Tri-Brigade Link 5 is also a decent option because when it's sent to the grave, you can send Garura and then draw 1 card. Because if you ask me, getting to shuffle back a card my opponent controls into the deck and also drawing 1 card in the process is, not too bad. Now, if you want to get rid of Synchro monsters, there are 2 options. The first one is Herald of the Arclight, and it's especially good if you're playing like a ritual deck. But more often than not, you'll want to send Golden Beast Malong from your extra deck to the graveyard when bouncing back a Synchro monster. When it's sent to the grave, you can bounce back any face-up card your opponent controls to the hand. That's not too bad, definitely helps you break boards even more. And again, this card cannot be negated by Baron de Fleur, so you bounce it back and then use the effect of Golden Beast Malong to bounce back another Synchro monster. So in other words, this card completely breaks the full Sword Soul Tenyi board. So now you know what to play against them if they ever become popular again. And against fusion-based strategies, the world is your oyster. You can play Garura again, or you can play Elder Entity Entis, which is way better. So yeah, you bounce back something and then you destroy another card your opponent controls. All of that with 1 single card, that's not too bad. But to be honest with you, with the current card pool at our disposal and with the current metagame, I can absolutely imagine a world in which Ultimate Slayer can end up being the ultimate meta Slayer. So keep an eye out on it and make sure you test it out so that you would know if it's worth playing or not. It is particularly good in decks that don't really care too much about their extra deck like Labyrinth or Flunderies. But it can also be played in other decks if you were already playing the targets in your extra deck anyways. Anyways, that's all I had for this video, so guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And let me know your thoughts about Ultimate Slayer in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.